Mad World, it's me, Coach Sess. Hey, I'm running short on time because I'm about to run into a session, but I wanted to have a quick discussion about time. Why is time important? Why is it important to make training sessions on time? It has nothing to do with understanding your internal motivations, such as what you value or being respectful or being there to support your group. Those things are important. Be there to help your team. All right. Have respect for your coaches and make sure that you show that you value the time and attention that they're giving you. But the time I'm talking about has nothing to do with that. I'm going to break this down into a series, so I'm going to give you the overall layout in this first segment. Very short. You have about 7 weeks to train for a fight to maximize your performance. Okay? I like to use a 7-week scale so that in case we run into some snags where you might have to pull out for whatever reason, you're not going to feel disappointed in yourself if you miss a session. And usually when you miss a session, those things are communicated. But 7 weeks is also good because it helps you recover in that last week leading up to the fight, because you should be pushing performance at a level that you go above and beyond your performance level and then come down to your competition level. And that's the main reason why time is so important. A lot of guys don't realize there's a certain amount of time you have to put in to get to the starting blocks. And at that point, you push beyond the performance level, but you have to do it in a gradual way so that you don't get injuries. A lot of good coaches have this tracked out. They've got it measured to the point where they know from week 1 to week 7 exactly what you should be doing, the things you need to avoid, but you throw that timing off whenever you're 15 minutes late, 30 minutes late, an hour late. You throw that timing off. And then it's almost amazing to me that athletes want to push harder and harder, but they're 3 or 4 hours behind in their training over the course of the 7 weeks. And they don't realize that if the entire segment was based on every hour slated for that training session, then just missing 1 hour can throw you off. And you try to make up for it by going harder and harder, and all you end up doing is gaining an injury. The other side effect that I've noticed is those types of guys who miss a lot of hours tend to try to make it up by wanting to go spend more of their training time with the better athletes. You don't necessarily improve your performance by training with the better athletes, especially if the separation in skill is to such a degree that they shut you out of the game. But nonetheless, that's a quick, short overview of how time works. I'll break this down a little bit more into detail, but I'm trying to tell you now, if your sessions are slated for a certain amount of time, it's important that you do that amount of time, especially when we're talking about performance. I am Coach Sess, and you've had words with the Mad Coach.